Here we are, we're on Jewel of the Seas, cabin 9560, and let's go in. This is a ocean view balcony, and it is a special one because it has the extra bed that comes down over the couch, so it's considered a 5+. I don't know why it says plus, because it would really only hold 5 people max, and that's if you have 2 people on the couch bed, which is kind of small for 2. But anyway, there are 4 of us in this room. My daughter is nearly 12 and my son will be 16 this summer and is 5 inches taller than me, so we fit in here. It's a little bit of a squeeze and a little tricky sharing just the one bathroom, but it works. So quick tour of the room. When you come in, the bathroom is your standard cruise bathroom. It has a very small, kind of round shower, but it works. Tight squeeze, but it works. Your typical stuff in the bathroom. There's a little shelf down below for some extra storage, and then here we have what is the entirety of the bathroom storage. So that's what we have for the bathroom, and then we come around, and in the closet, this one has the top shelf, of course, is just your life vests. It has 2 sides on either side of some shelves for hanging clothes, and behind it does have another little thing that can come down, so you could have a second row of hanging. We just didn't do that because of our situation as far as what we had to hang and what we had to have on the floor. It just wasn't going to work for hanging clothes. So this side is the girls' clothes, and this little hanging thing that I got on Amazon to just hold a few odds and ends. It's a lot smaller than the shoe bags that a lot of people use, but it hangs on the on the closet rod, and so it doesn't affect the closing of the door. And then down here we have so many shoes. And then on this side we got one of those little spring-loaded spring-loaded hampers to use to put the clothes in once we know that they will not be reworn, because obviously on a cruise like we are on 10 days, there will be some re-wearing of clothes, mix and matching, that sort of thing. But once we know that it's not going to be reworn, it goes in the hamper. And then we've got the shelves here. I will say, using packing cubes has been a game changer. It's amazing. And these shelves will hold the packing cubes, and you can usually stuff a few extra things in. We kind of ran out of packing cubes for all of the clothes, and the guys' clothes was bigger, so they just have it folded on the shelves. But anyway, that's the closet. And then of course they have the hooks over here that you can use for different things. The desk area, there's a trash can underneath, and then you have 3 drawers on this side, 3 drawers on this side. There is a little thing that pulls out above the drawer on this side to kind of create another little desk area. And then there's the middle drawer here, which is just a shallower drawer. As you can see, we've been collecting ducks around the ship. We've been putting them out as well. Here on either side of the desk, there are these little corner shelves, which there's like 4 of them. A couple of them are fairly tall, that we can put various things in. Of course, you've got the TV, you've got the little cooler. It's not really a refrigerator. Here, wouldn't put anything perishable in there, but it will keep things a little cool. And then up here, you've got the safe and some extra shelves. That's kind of our medicine cabinet, and our ducks and straws and things are up on the top shelf. We've got some shelving over here, several shelves actually. So we've got our sun stuff behind the water bottles up there, more water bottles, games and books, and other things down there. Beach towels, my makeup kit, that sort of thing. And we've used a lot of hooks to help hang things around the room, and magnetic hooks, and then regular magnets to put up the like the cruise compass and everything. One thing that we did was these really heavy duty magnets. We haven't really tried it out yet, but we have this lightweight clothesline and 2 really heavy duty magnets that we've put here, so that if we have to wash something by hand, socks, underclothes, lightweight shirts, that sort of thing, hopefully we can hang them to dry. We bought hammocks yesterday, little hammock chairs, so they're stashed in the corner. We have to find creative spots to stash the backpacks. So my son has his over here, my daughter has hers over there, mine's over in front of the other side thing. But of course, then you've got your bed here, cool little towel animal. And then, like I said, the couch makes out into a bed, not quite full-sized, so it would be definitely a tight squeeze for more than children, if you want to put more than one on it. And then there's the Pullman bed that comes down from the top. And so it makes into a nice little bunk, I guess you could call. And our teenager sleeps up on the Pullman, and our daughter, our tween, sleeps down on the couch. So, and then of course we have the balcony, which is your standard balcony. We're currently in Cozumel right now, in port day, but we didn't really do a whole lot. So we're just kind of hanging on the ship, and there we go. That's a tour of a regular ocean view balcony cabin on Jewel of the Seas, except for the fact that ours happens to have the Pullman up top, which if you want one of those, you have to look for the ones that are labeled 5+. But there you go.